What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan, and Nick Fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we get into it, I want you to do me one small favor. Hit that like bell. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know when the next video going to drop? Hit the notification bell. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. But before we get into this Isaih Hartenstein out here lying thing, I want to talk about two small things because I know you heard about one thing. Some of you may not heard about the other. The other one, in my opinion, might be real significant, you know what I'm saying? Depending who you are, it might be real significant. And it's by James Dolan. He has some grievances. But first, let's talk about this first thing right here. That is Elfrid Payton, the New York. Excuse me, why I keep saying Elfrid Payton? I meant to say Campaign. I don't know why them guys remind me of one another. But Campaign, he's a good player. I'm not going to lie. He's been on my radar for some time. I never thought he would actually be on the New York Knicks. But since the Knicks, Jalen Brunson took that historical pay cut, the Knicks were able to go out and make another signing Cam to a $3 million deal for 1 year. He averaged 7.4 points last year, 2.6 assists, 1.5 rebounds off the bench, and he shot a respectable 39% from downtown. Now, the reason I'm talking about this, and I know y'all heard about it, but I, in my opinion, want to get, for me, I want to get something off my chest. Well, in my opinion, this had me worrying about Mcbride and Tyler, the creator. What's going to happen? Is he going to go to the G League? Is Mcbride about to get traded? I know y'all going to start here. I know you know how Twitter is. The rumors already out there. Is Mcbride going to get traded? Probably, you know how these Randall haters are. They're already probably talking about the Knicks is packaging Mcbride up for Carl Townsend, whatever. I keep hearing that name or whatever the case may be. People talking about the Knicks are looking for a third star. But I don't really think that move is what's going to happen. But I cannot lie. I do think Mcbride might be in jeopardy. I think Tyler, creator, he might be on the bench. I don't see him going to the G League, but I don't know. Even if you go to G League, I do think something's going on with Mcbride. The Knicks might be working something out. Mcbride might be a part of. But either way, this is a good look for the New York Knicks. Campaign is a hell of a player. You see what he did in his playoffs when he came off the bench against us when he was on Philadelphia. So, he started the year off with Milwaukee before getting traded there. So, we know him from Phoenix. He's a good player, you know what I'm saying? Solid backup. He's going to come out and give you points when you need it. Might get a 20-point game here, 30-point game here. He can score in bunches when he get hot. But he's a solid defender, a player that I know Tibbs will really enjoy having on his team. So it really has me worrying, like, what's going to happen to Mcbride? You know what I'm saying? Is Tyler Collette going to get any playing time, the playing time that I'm expecting and hoping he get? I missed today's summer league game, got home a little late from work, but he did drop another 7 assists. Only had about 6 or 5 points, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, we got him for being a point guard. The points will come, you know what I'm saying? Especially when he get into the league, and start playing real minutes, he will start picking up his points. You know what I'm saying? If he want that next check. All right. So let's hit this little subject real quick. I know a lot of you probably don't know the significant or think it's significant, but I think this might affect a lot of us fans. New York Knicks owner James Dolan sent a letter to the NBA Board of Governors voicing his criticism of the league's revenue sharing policies as part of the new $74.6 billion media right deal. In the letter, Dolan, who has criticized the league revenue sharing policy in the past, said the league has shifted toward an NFL model and blasted the league for its effort to take down the successful franchises. The NBA has made a move to the NFL model, de-emphasizing and depowering the local market. Dolan wrote in the letter, "Soon your only revenue concern will be the sales of tickets and what color next year's jerseys will be. Don't worry, because due to revenue pooling, you are guaranteed to be neither successful nor a failure." He go on to say, of course, to get there, the league must take down the successful franchises and distribute to the less successful. This media deal goes a long way to accomplish that. Also in the letter, Dolan criticized what he called the league's effort to retain $6 billion, hear me, $6 billion in NBA related fees without sufficient justification nor transparency into how it arrived at the sum. How these fees will be allocated, or to what extent the league will utilize this purported revenue growth to incur new and incremental cost and furthermore expand the league's ever-growing expense level, he also wrote. He went on to express that the 42 million homes that have moved away from traditional paid television over the past 8 years are byproduct of media deals like the NBA, which will integrate streaming services into coverage of games. It's worth noting that the Knicks MSG network has suffered a 45% decline over an 8-year period. Dolan said the media deal will hurt teams who rely on revenue from local right fees, and said the new national deal risks rendering the entire regional sport networks unviable. Members teams depends on revenue received from local rights fees and on increase from engagements through high quality broadcasts that provide dedicated and tailored coverage for local audience. Dolan wrote, yet the proposal threatened to completely eliminate regional sport networks without a comparable replacement offered by the league, and no articulate plan to address the production and distribution of vacuum that the league will inevitably create in its quest to further disrupt the RSN industry, which means the regional sports network. And what he's getting at with that is, as you see, hold on, he goes on, I'm sorry. He also said the new media deal will hurt teams who rely on revenue. I just repeated that. And what he mean by that is that this deal, I don't know if y'all heard about the NBA about to partner up with Amazon Prime, and we are getting some games on Prime already, but soon, you're not going to be getting that many games on the cable. It's going to switch all over to these outlets, probably Netflix. Who knows how the NBA going to do it? But they're starting to go to these streaming outlets, and it's going to take away from his local earnings, and not just I haven't heard any other owner come out, publicly and criticize the NBA for the revenue sharing. But you gotta respect Dolan. I know a lot of people don't like Dolan. Maybe this is why the Knicks don't get. That's a different story. But I don't know if it's gonna hurt the average fan, but it might hurt basketball, because if you think about it, I don't know. Some of you, most of you is close to my age, so y'all remember getting games on TV, you know what I'm saying, on Saturday, 12 o'clock, Sunday or whatever, maybe a Friday, even Thursday, we used to get games, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I remember the days we used to get boxing, and you see how boxing kind of died out when it went to cable TV, and then now everything is pay-per-view. God forbid if the NBA go pay-per-view. They would really lose a lot of fans. So I'm not even going to talk about that. But Dolan may be just worried about his money, but he have a right to be. But at the same time, you have to think about what this means to the average fan who, don't have cable, but have a streaming app, you know what I'm saying, like Amazon or Netflix or whatever, don't have Wi-Fi, but they have their phone and they can, let's be real, people got their ways of getting the hookup. You know what I'm saying? And watching the game straight on their phones to their TV, it would be kind of cheaper. Getting it from a streaming app because you're paying a flat fee. I don't know how that would work for the NBA, how they would generate more money with a flat fee. I don't know. I'm not into the marketing. I'm a fan and I'm a content creator, and I like to talk about the game. But I don't know. Like I said, I was on the fence. I think this is good for your average fan. I don't know how it was going to hurt the NBA, but individual franchises, I do see their point. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be losing a lot of money, and then they're going to be subsidizing teams that are not that successful. And I guess, the NBA want them smaller markets, franchises to be able to recruit, the stars and make it an even playing ground. I don't know. I don't see where it's going with it. You know what I'm saying? But $4 billion is a lot of money, and I know James Dolan want a big piece of that pie to go in his pocket, and he don't want to give nobody a slice out of his slice. I understand because when you think about the big franchises, they have the bigger markets. They're drawing more of the money, so now you're gonna have to subsidize the smaller markets. I don't know. All right, let's get to the thing. I know all y'all was seeing the thumbnail, ready to hit me up about, and like, what? Nah, you crazy. You crazy. Nah, the man got paid. He made a business decision. And yes, but he said some things, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to get into the article, but I'm just going to say what I'm going to say, my opinion. You know, he said that he would have took a pay cut. But let's throw it out there. The man only made $22 million in his career before this, you know what I'm saying, before this signing. A lot of players going to talk the talk, being that Jalen Brunson did what he did. But if you look at the new deal, the CBA, whatever the money, the salary cap, or what the NBA about to do, that's $74 billion. Players are about to get paid because they could turn down $30 million right now, get $50 million down the line a year, all right, a season, all right. So let's get back to Isaih Hartenstein, because the reason I brought that up because he compared himself to Jalen Brunson, and he's like, you know, that was one of his reasons leaving, because that was a big payday for him. So he would consider to taking a pay cut. As you said, he would have taken a pay cut. But he also said he wanted to think about life, you know, being set for life. What we got? $84 million. The Knicks was offering $72 million. You wouldn't have been set for life for $72 million. But there's another statement he made. You know what I'm saying? And I know y'all heard it when he first made it, but it got brought back up. So I'm going to bring it back up. He said he wanted to be on a contending team, a chance to win a championship. So what do he mean by that? Do he think the Knicks wasn't a contending team and didn't have a chance to win the championship? That's what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? Because, okay, you talked about the money, you know what I'm saying? Biggest payday of your life. Why throw that other thing in? Why throw that little jab? So it makes me wonder, was the Knicks really offering him that $72 million? Because everybody was saying that most of the Knicks could offer him was $72 million and a 4-year contract, and he can get 84 in 3 years, which he got from the Thunder. But we don't know what was going on privately, because he said he wanted to be set for life. Was the Knicks offering him something around $60 million for 4 years? Or maybe 50 for 4 years, 3 million. 3 years, 50 million. Was it Knicks, and put it short, was it Knicks lowballing him? You know what I'm saying? He didn't come out and say it, but that comment about he wanted to play for a contender, that seems like a jab at the New York Knicks. So I know it's not at Tibbs, because he gotta love Tibbs. Tibbs put him in a position to get the payday that he got today. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting paid more than Jalen Brunson in one season right now. You know what I'm saying? But well, the season never starts, so he's not getting paid more than when the season starts. But do y'all think it's cap? He seen the money and just ran with it, or did the Knicks lowball him? Do he think the Knicks is a player or two away from being a contender? He don't consider himself being a part of that contending team. So if you was on this team and they was playing so well, and you know you lost a player to injuries, you lost several players to injuries, you still don't consider them to be a contending team when you look over to the Thunder, OKC. And I'm going to be honest with you, as good as OKC is, I don't think they're going to win a championship no time soon. I could be wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't see it, you know what I'm saying? And the addition of Isaih Hartenstein, in my opinion, don't make them that much better. I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? If nobody else said it, you heard it on this channel. I don't think Isaih Hartenstein improves that team. Well, and I know people like, oh, he's going to get the rebounds and this and that, blah, do the dirty work. But as I said in my past videos, I think he's a product of Tom Thibodeau's system. Well, tell me what y'all think in the comments. I know I went on longer than I usually do, but Alfred, I'm about to call him Alfred Payton again. Campaign, who spot he about to take? Let me know in the comments. Do y'all agree with James Dolan? Should he be upset with this the salary sharing? Want to keep all the money to himself and give me mine? Or do y'all believe Isaiah Hartenstein would have taken a pay cut or all that cap? Or did the Knicks try to lowball him behind the scenes and that expedited his decision, make him I'm out of here? I think he wanted the money. I'm gonna be real, and I don't understand. But see, that's another thing I'm gonna say before I get out of here, because even if the Knicks would gave him the $72 million, he would have recouped all the other money on endorsements from New York. Who's to say he's not going to get endorsement in OKC? Well, he did what's best for him, and that's all that matters. But tell me what y'all think in the comments. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.